Swamp creature yesterday, didn't I? I tend to be better put together on Monday, Wednesday, Friday because I'm up earlier and moving earlier. So I'm just gonna hang for a couple seconds. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Yesterday was super informative. I gave you guys some common limitations and then the physiology behind it. So I'm just gonna talk today about a couple other things. They're kind of sporadic, but I tried to put them together the best that I could. Morning, Brittany. How are you doing? Good? I'm just waiting for people to hop on, so I'm just hanging out for a minute, see if anybody wants to join. Jump in a second. Having coffee. All right, I'll just get going. Okay, so I wanted to talk first about diversions because diversions can be different things and they're most commonly seen as people looking outside of them and for either, problems or helping people or whatever instead of looking inside to help yourself, avoiding walking into work. Yeah, I feel you. I canceled an appointment today because I didn't want to go. # self-care. So, diversions they're mostly anything that causes people to look outside instead of inside of them. My diversions were most commonly seen as helping people. So I would help friends that needed it, always let them stay with me and try to help them get back on their feet. And what I was doing was looking outside of myself because I didn't want to look inside. I didn't want to look inside myself. I wanted to help everyone else. I wanted to give to everyone else, and I didn't want to give to me. I didn't want to look at my problems or heal my problems. Hey, Christina. So this is my diversions. A lot of times other people during if they're going through anything particular, sometimes it's trauma, sometimes it's breakups, it's whatever, but a lot of times people will look outside and be like, this is your fault, but I mean, the thing is, nothing's really anybody's fault, right? Like things happen and people are learning simultaneously. So you just do what you can do for yourself and you move on. So diversions are... Yes, Brittany, do as I say, not as I do. I never actually thought about what my diversions are. Oh, I've thought about mine. I know what mine are because if I start giving too much of myself to help other people, I slow myself down now and I'm like, am I helping them because I want to help them or am I helping them to avoid something? Because that's my avoidance strategy. So another thing I wanted to discuss was waiting until rock bottom to change. That's really common. That's something I commonly did for everything. So even when it came to money, guys, I would wait until I desperately needed to make money to pay something. And then I could hustle my ass off. And I could make $2,000 in 1 week if I needed it. But then I didn't keep it because I waited till I was at the end, right? It's like watching hoarders to feel better about yourself. Yeah. So, but then I didn't get to keep anything that I worked for because it all went straight to what I needed, right? So that's the same concept as waiting for emotional growth, right? Because you wait until you desperately need it. You wait until you're in something horribly toxic or until, something major happens to grow, right? And then that move that you make, hey, Aaron, that move that you make to grow when you desperately need it, you just bring yourself back up to a normal kind of, or maybe a step above normal. And you might not go back to that and you learned your lesson. But if you do it from a solid place, right, then you can just excel. You can just go and you don't have to stay at this level. You can just go here because you don't desperately need it at the time. So that's something I really wanted to discuss because my method in the course that I made, it's to bring you up from a normal level. You don't have to be at rock bottom. You don't have to desperately need change. It's to get you from here to here really quickly in 4 weeks. Also, finding your purpose. So I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Like, nothing really resonated with me. Something, like, whenever I would hear people like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse, or like, I had a best friend in like 6th grade, and she was like, I want to be a mortician. And guess what? She's about to finish school right now to be what she said she was going to be in 6th grade. And I never had that kind of direction. Nothing really like called to me, but I knew that I liked to help people, right? And when I started doing this, not from rock bottom, and when I started doing this from normal and just growing and growing and growing and growing, I started to feel what my soul was telling me my purpose was. I started to feel like I could find ways to make it happen without the limitations of needing X, Y, and Z to do it. So if you are like one of those people and you don't really know what you want to do and you're not really happy in your job, like, doing this work is your soul's gonna speak to you. It's gonna quiet your mind, and you're gonna start listening, and your soul's gonna speak to you for sure. And lastly, before questions, I know you guys on here probably don't have any. I love you guys for showing up though. So lastly, what I'm going to do, which I really thought hard about this, and I thought hard about this for a couple weeks now. So if you decide to do the course before Christmas and you sign up before Christmas, and that includes if you need a payment plan, because I'm totally down to accommodate people that want this no matter, what their situation is. So if you sign up before Christmas, is Christmas good? Yeah, I think Christmas. It resonates. If you sign up before Christmas, I'm going to do 2 one-on-one sessions with each person that does that. I'm going to do one at the beginning of the course and one at the end of the course. And I thought that would be best because it's a limiting belief course. So you're going to have probably different limiting beliefs from beginning to end. And so the major ones we can assess in a one-on-one in the beginning, and then go from where you're heading, stepping out into the world at the end. Hey Madison, hey Lori. So, hey Melissa. So, that I pretty much did my spiel. So make sure you catch the replay. But that's what I wanted to give to you guys, because I think that would be the most beneficial for you going forward if you sign up. Yeah, Brittany, I thought so too. I sat on it for a while. Thanks, Madison. In the beginning, I said I looked like a swamp creature yesterday. So, and also, plus to having a boyfriend the same size as me, is I get to steal his sweaters. So I'm pretty comfy right now. All right, guys. So that was pretty much it for day 3. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, hold on. I'm still chugging my first cup, so forgive me. Otherwise, Brittany, that's a great way to start and end such an awesome program. I thought so too. Like, do an assessment at the beginning, do an assessment at the end, and go through that. So I kind of set up the end, like stepping out into the world on your own. So I think a good one-on-one at the end would be pretty beneficial for everyone that joins. But that's it for Test the Water, and I hope you guys really, really, really loved it. My messages are always open, so let me know if you guys need anything at all. Bye.